time, it's beer time with Beer Man.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Hop Happy Wednesday. This is a new thing. I was doing a little too many recipes there, so I figured I'd break it down and get into a little education session here. And we'll continue to go this route. Whoever wants to join me can. And we have these three wonderful dudes here with me. We got Bumpy Road. Let me bring up your guys' names so everyone knows your name. Sorry. All right. We got Bumpy Road Brewery here. We got, I'll go around. So we got Josh. Let's hop about it. And we got Kyle here. Right on. Thank you so much. Cool. So we're going out restreaming on my Facebook and Twitter as well. So welcome anyone that pops in, wants to check this out. Got Drunken Ones here. Thank you so much, buddy. I am shaky today. I was mentioning earlier, I got a little drunk last night and it felt good, but this morning I'm really hurting. So I guess that's what happens when you don't drink water. Urbex, man. Urbex Sniper Hunter. It's good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. Oh, yeah. Burley, what's up? All right, cool. So we're going to a little bit of direction as to how this is going to work. We've already been discussing this in the back, but so everyone else knows, we're going to go around the clock here. And starting with Bumpy, we're going to go ahead and show our beers and tell everyone what hops are in it. And we've already got our notes and everything that we need to go to, our references, and then just kind of talk about those hops a little bit, the statistics of them, and then kind of see if we can find those hop flavors and aromas and stats in the beer itself, and then also see how it works, and of course give your full review and score afterwards like we normally do. So if you're all ready, I am. Let's go. Oh, let me get up here. Let me do this. Okay, cool. Start with Bumpy. Cheers.
All right. I will mention that right before this I was eating a breakfast pizza, so it's not a good thing to eat something with like tons of grease and salts and everything else. So I got bacon and ham and egg on my palate right now. But we'll do the best we can. The beer that I'm bringing is from Modest Man Brewing Company. They're out of Keene, New Hampshire. And this one is called Center of Tension. It is a 7% ABV New England IPA. The hops that they use in it are Citra and Mosaic. And the cool thing about Modest Man, besides they make great beers, is they also talk about the beer itself. They give you the hops. They don't talk about their the malts and stuff like that they use in it. But they do say that this is their flagship IPA. Should have balmy mango hue. So they're talking about the coloration of the beer. I'm thinking maybe mango might be in the flavors as well with the hop choice. Does say flowery passion fruit, flawlessly balanced. So according to them, I should get maybe some mangoes, flower, or floral type notes and passion fruit. Now, looking at these two hops that they're using in it, let's start with the Citra. I got my hop chart right here. So let's find Citra. So Citra is a United States grown hop. The alpha acid is 11.0 to 14.0. Beta is 3.0 to 4.0. I won't get into all the other stuff. It gives off the humulones and the oils and stuff. The aromas and flavor characteristics of Citra says it should be tropical fruit, including peach, passion fruit. Okay, so there was passion fruit in that. And lost it. Citra. Guava. Also noticed. Something I have noticed with Citra most of the time is I actually get like kind of a tangerine and orange slice. It does seem more on the orangey side. That's not mentioned on the hop chart, which is interesting. Mosaic according to the hop chart here, it is a United States hop once again. 11.5 to 13.5 alpha acids on it. Hard to follow the line. It says strong citrus, balsam pine, blueberry, and tropical fruit. Our notes that you should get.
Nice.
So where that one's saying a strong citrus with a mosaic, and I always say like with Citra, I get a big citrus hit usually. It's going to be difficult to decide whether or not that's coming from mosaic or the Citra. If I do get an orange, like citrusy flavor in this, but hopefully I'll get the passion fruit, some tropical notes.
Awesome.
Now, did you want me to go full bore, or did you want me to just pour it and let the next one go while I?
Yeah, do the full. We got 4 here. We'll just do the full thing. Yeah, each person.
Okay.
That works.
So, yeah, it looks kind of mango-ish, a little bit orange. The hazy body, very orange juice looking to me. The head on it's kind of white, well, very white, but rocky. So medium bubbles mostly throughout. Not really expecting that head to last throughout a duration of drinking. So the aromas, I kind of get a little bit of a mango type note, kind of fleshy mango. I would say passion fruit in there too. There is that kind of floralness to it. Kind of got a zestiness as well. A little bit like an herbal type zest going right after that floral note. And I do pick up on a little bit of like an oat aroma too, coming out of the malt. Oat and bready. All right. Well, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
So it has a citrusy kick at the front. That passion fruit does pour in right behind that. Finishes with a bit of it's like a light pine type note in there. Not super citrusy, but was that kind of citrus kick right at the beginning. And then the passion fruit, and finishing kind of with this light piney note. Maybe a little bit of a floral flavor in there as well. Piney, was that mentioned? I think that was mentioned somewhere.
It was, yeah.
Balmy pine or something like that. I think that was the mosaic.
Mosaic, yeah.
Mosaic. Balsam pine. I said balmy. Yeah, balsam pine. Yeah, so that's kind of the finishing notes, kind of a light pine type note with a little bit of a floral kick mixing in too. So for the flavors, both on the can and kind of what's on the hop chart, I mean, pretty much they are there. Kind of mixed and blended together a little bit, but yeah.
What's the oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, no, go ahead.
And anyone that wants to just go ahead and ask questions on the panel if you want or whatever. But not to interrupt you though, but what you were saying something about how it's not always what's said is what's in there. Are there things? I guess I'll let you finish. I'm sorry. I'm just curious.
There's a little bit of
comparison,
oat flavor too coming up through the malt. A little bit grassy.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got hops, and they list all of these different flavors and stuff that you can get. I've had mosaic beers with mosaic hops in them before, and I've definitely gotten blueberry and stuff like that out of them. This one does not have any blueberry notes. It's not mentioned on the can at all. It is a note out of mosaic that you can get, and I have gotten it before. So I think, depending on the hop yield, like different regions growing the hop, or just
right
year to year, you never really know
what about
exactly
the
what you're going to get out of it, because the alphas and everything change year to year too. That's why they have like an alpha range. They're not just like it's definitely going to be this. It's like within like a 5-point split sometimes.
right yeah.
But also, I think depending on where you put the hops in the brew,
Just gonna ask
as well
that.
as what you're going to get out of it. I mean, obviously, if you're putting it towards the beginning of a boil, you're going to boil off a lot of the oils and whatever else, the humulones that would give it more of the flavor and aroma, and you're going to be left with the kind of bitterness aspect of it. So losing a lot of the vital flavors and aromas.
Nice.
Simcoe is an interesting one. Simcoe is usually like a pretty. That's not my brew at all, but I just want to mention because it's an interesting one, where you can get like lots of piney type notes out of it. I think there can also be citrus and stuff like that. But something I have had in beers, depending on where it's placed, like I think it's placed near the end of the boil, the Simcoe. Like I'm like 3 minutes left to boil, or throw it in like a steep or whirlpool, like 180 degrees for a while. It can kind of get this cat urine type aroma and stuff going for it. So,
Catty.
yeah, that's an interesting, very
Simcoe
interesting aroma. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So just because it states you're going to get all these flavors, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get them all. You might pick out one or two or whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah. Let me talk about the body and stuff.
Yeah. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Medium body, medium carbonation, semi-soft palate. The wheat note and stuff is definitely coming through as the malt backbone in this. It's not like super bready. It kind of does have that grassiness mixing in when you get the wheat note and mixing it in with like some of the bitterness and everything. It does kind of taste a little bit like grass. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm going to continue drinking this while I listen to what you guys do and try to come out with a score for this one. I guess it can't be too bad since they did hit a lot of the notes they're going for. I'll have to ding it on something though.
Yeah, of course. Cool, man. Hell yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Who wants to go next? I'm all confused now. You want to go, Kyle? Okay. All right.
All right. So I'm doing no, I'm just kidding. I'm doing it's a Florida Man double India Pale Ale. It's got 4 hops in it from Cigar City Brewing. The Citra hop is the first hop they mentioned in the description, which is bumpy. Just did plenty of justice to that. The next one is the Azaka hops, which actually stands for the Haitian god of agriculture, which is American hop, and the El Dorado hop, which it's kind of like it can be used for it's like one of those 2-purpose hops. It's good for bittering, and it's also good for adding tropical flavor to it. And then the Mandarina, which obviously Mandarina kind of rhymes with Mandarin. So that's obviously the orange citrusy flavors of the hops that you'll get. So I'll pour it in the glass. This was unwillingly suggested to me by Miscellaneous Magnets. He recommended it for me, even though he didn't know I could get it, and he never said one word about it to me. But like with the okay, so 3 of the 4 hops are all tropical hops, and you're going to get a lot of mango out of 3 of them. And the Citra, they say sometimes you get pine. I don't get any pine out of this whatsoever. Yeah, I don't get any pine out of this. And it doesn't. It looks like a juice bomb. It doesn't really pour much of a head in one finger, but it sticks. It sticks to the glass, right? Because it's dirty. But no, it's not dirty. But so kind of drunk. So where was I going from that? I got to taste it now. All right, I got to talk about the hops.
I need to be there with you. Yeah.
All right. But it's not very bitter. It's really not bitter at all. It says on the can 80 IBUs. It does not taste like 80 IBUs at all. If I were to guess, if I was blind taste testing this, I'd guess about 40 IBUs. Maybe 50 at best. It's not very bitter at all. It's really juicy. You get a lot of mango. I say mango is over lime flavor.
What's the percentage again on that?
8.5.
Oh wow, geez.
Nice.
You don't get any of the present. I don't get one. I'll try it again. Yeah, I don't taste any alcohol at all. It kind of like Mambo. What are those called? Those Mamba candies, like the little chewables.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It taste kind of reminds me of that. I've heard a lot of bad shit about Cigar City Brewing, honestly, but Drew said this was a good one, and he's right. This is really good. It's unlike any IPA I've ever had, and it's a double IPA. Just a shit ton of mango. And I think they use some sort of honey in their malts, because I can taste honey. It's a really good beer. I could drink the shit out of this, and it's 8.5%. I taste no alcohol whatsoever, even after drinking these Yinglings, and I don't taste any alcohol presence whatsoever. It looks beautiful. It's obviously a juice bomb, but
So more of a later hop edition style. Well, obviously it's a hazy.
Yeah, well, you got the El Dorado. That's that's like that two-step hop, and then you got the Mandarina, which is more, like mandarin oranges. So you get the orange. I'm not really getting any orange. It's just a straight mango to me.
Yeah, El Dorado is a cool one because that can actually give off candy notes. So you get like candied fruit.
Yeah, it's like a bittering hop, and it's also like if they use it later, it gives the flavor, correct? And then
flavor and aroma. Flavor starts around 15-20 minutes of left to boil. Aroma goes.
Yeah, so I'm not really getting any orange out of here from the Mandarina, but I don't know. Maybe I will later. But it's like straight mango bomb. It tastes fucking great, and you get a little bit of honey. It's
like the honey sounds good.
Yeah,
now you think the honey's coming from the malt, or do you think it's coming from the hop?
Probably from the malt, I would guess.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think it's come from any of these hops. These are all tropical citrus hops. I don't know where the honey would come from, but it has to come from the yeast or the malt, I would assume. But no, this is a fucking great beer.
Awesome. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you, Kyle. Heck yeah. We got Brian in the house. Thrash.
Hey, cheers, everybody. Tried to get on earlier. I was busy working with the horses, so.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to scare you there, Josh. You're on the horses. Yeah.
Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Horses.
All right. So tonight I have Stay Hydrate Cubed from Vale Brewing. It's 6% triple dry hopped IPA. with Citra, Galaxy, Wakatu, I think that's how you say it, Wakatu, and Matuka. They listed as you're supposed to get juicy notes of Fruit Loops, Orange Blossom, and honey on these. So most of the hops that I have, well, 3 out of the 4 are the dual hops, which means they have, they're like what Kyle was talking about, aroma and bitterness. The only one that's not is the Citra, or not Citra, Matuka. They listed that one as a which one did they list that? The aroma one. So we'll go through the list for the different hops and what you're supposed to get out of it. Like I said, start off with Citra because everyone else's beers had Citra in it. Like everyone else is saying, you kind of get that grapefruit note, tropical notes, lime. You get some pininess, some bitterness for the Citra, and that's one of the dual hops with the aroma and bitterness for that one. That's a U.S. Origin hop for country. So we'll do the Matuka. That one's another. Most of these are all pretty much tropical, and the only piney one would be the Citra, but most of the other ones are kind of tropical. But yeah, Matuka, tropical fruits. So you'll probably get like, I'm thinking maybe some pineapple notes and mango, maybe some papaya. What else? Maybe a little bit of orange, maybe, or something like that. Like a mandarin, maybe, in a sense. And Matuka is a New Zealand-based origin hop.
Nice.
We'll go to Galaxy. Same kind of premise, citrus, peach. This one you get passion fruit for those. That's an Australia-based hop for that one. Like I said, most of these hops are kind of in the same realm as sort of, the tropical notes, the citrus notes kind of thing. They all kind of tie in together. All those different, aromas and or tasting. So yeah, they're all kind of, like I said, most of them are all those dual hops, except for the Matuka, which is just considered a aroma hop. But some of some of the descriptions for these, it'll say like purpose, and they all say bitter and aroma when you kind of break them down. Most of them are the dual, except for the Matuka. But in the purpose for these, they all say bittering and aroma. So I'm not sure why they threw the Matuka just in the aroma category. I don't know if you get more of that aroma, I guess, with that kind of hop compared to the other ones.
Yeah, it depends when you add them.
The alpha acids.
Yep. Did I get Wakatu is the last one. That one's supposed to be floral notes, lime. So that one's more of a, I guess I would kind of tie into maybe a little bit of the bitterness with that lime and the floral notes, but sometimes you get real sweet floral notes in some beers. So yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, their description of the beer is supposed to have Fruit Loops, orange blossom, and honey. So crack it open and see what kind of aromas I get out of it, and see if I can pinpoint some of those flavors I was going over. So yeah, cheers.
Nice.
Cheers, man.
One of the interesting things too was like when you read off your chart from the Citra, you had some different things than what my hop chart on Citra had. So I guess depending on where you go to, you're going to get different information.
Yeah, because they pinpointed it. Did you say grapefruit in yours? I think
No.
you did. Right?
I don't think
yeah. See, they did the pininess, obviously, grapefruit. So yeah, I got a nice real, that New England style IPA haze look to. You can't see through it. Nice, about 2 finger head, nice bubbly, tight white bubbles up top. Yeah, I mean, it's super hazy, as you can kind of tell. Like I said, your typical New England style IPA. So let me get a nose on this and see what I gather from the aroma. So you kind of get that a little bit of pininess up front. You get the tropical notes. I'm kind of smelling like, I do get a little bit of the peach, maybe a little bit of pineapple and mango. I don't really get much lime on this. Like I said, you do get that kind of piney bitterness smell to it. But mostly it smells sweet. Like I said, you can smell those tropical fruits. Peach, I get peach in there. I don't know if I really, maybe a slight hint of grapefruit, but it's very faint. Like I said, it's more of the sweeter fruits. Pineapple, mango, maybe some papaya-ness. Yeah, this one smells really good. So I'm gonna dive into it and see if I get all those aromas and all that stuff on the mouth. So cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Josh.
Interesting. So I thought it was going to be a little bit sweeter than it actually is, but you get kind of more of a piney bitterness to it on the right up front, and then it kind of divulges into the sweetness with the tropical fruits and stuff like that. So I think I don't know, maybe they use more of the citrus hops in this one. But yeah, I get right off the bat, like I said, pininess, a little bit bitterness right on the front end, and then it kind of slowly fades into the sweetness from the tropical fruits. Yeah, it was interesting. I thought it was gonna be sweet right up front, and then kind of come down and be bitter on the back end, but they kind of flip flop. So I'm not sure if they use certain. I don't know how they would really measure out how much of each hop they would put in a batch, but yeah, I don't know if they use one hop more than the other or something like that, or they just kind of evenly throw them in the boil or whatever. But yeah, a lot of yeah, I get the grapefruit, I get the pininess, a lot of pininess, a little bit of mango and pineapple. Maybe a tad bit of orange, but not really. And like I said, they claim that it's supposed to have like orange blossom aromas and taste to it. I don't really get too much orange. I don't really get Fruit Loops. I guess maybe that's kind of like in a sense, the pineapple or whatever, the orange and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't really get too much orange. Like I said, I definitely get grapefruit. I definitely get peach. I don't really get lime. Maybe like a slight hint, but it's really not there at all. Like I said, I mostly get a lot of pininess and hoppiness right on the front end. But it's good. I mean, it's got a medium mouthfeel to it. Good lacing to it. All those different hops kind of. Yeah, it's a nice looking beer too. Color wise. Like I said, the aromas, the taste. I think all those kind of hops, once they're thrown together, it's like a nice mesh of different types of flavors and attributes that each of the different hops kind of contributes in the beer. So it kind of like it kind of like dances on your tongue, and it's kind of like, oh, you get, the more you drink on it, the more you kind of pick up different notes on it. Like I said, not too much lime, mostly like grapefruit and that pininess, a little bit of orange, mango. Yeah, this is good. I was expecting it to be, like I said, sweet right off the bat. Kind of, how when you dive into some of these New Englands, they're just like sweet right out the gate, and then they kind of divulge, and you get that little bit of hoppiness and pininess on the back end, but this one is total opposite. It's more piney up front, and then as you know, you're kind of swirling her in your mouth, and towards the back end, it gets to that sweetness level. So, yeah, this one's good. I'm gonna keep sipping on it and see maybe if I can get some more notes out of this one. And
do you get pithy or anything? Do you get any like that white meatiness? I always like that flavor in the.
A little bit. Kind of like it's almost like it's almost like a orange peel, like that pithiness from like the orange peel. Yeah, it's good. So like I said, I'm gonna keep sipping on this one and see if I can pull out any more notes. But yeah, most of the hops in this one, the description you're supposed to get for aromas and all that stuff, I get most of them. So I mean, that's a good thing.
Pretty good on that. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. No, thanks for being here, Josh. Cheers. Thank you. All right, Brian.
I love this nerd group.
So do I. It's great.
Yeah, I was kind
Thanks
of.
for being here.
Yeah, thanks, man. I was hauling ass home so I could get on. Had to be part of the first one to get on. Yeah, okay. So this I had last night from Odell Brewing. This is the Mercenary Double IPA. And I started off smelling it, trying to figure out if I knew what was in it because they didn't have anything listed. You got a lot of people that are trying to clone this baby, and the hops in there, they don't have them listed. But I started going down the road of New Zealand and hit a dead end with it and looked a bit further, and they used American hops. So I had to kind of start over again here. So I know I taste through the nose some Cascade in this thing, big time. I'm getting Simcoe as a bittering in here. I know Simcoe right off the bat, really nice. Simcoe, the higher alpha acid. What was that?
Some cat piss.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that too. You do. Not too bad. This thing is 80 IBUs, so they used a lot of bittering, but they really complemented the aroma and flavoring hops very nicely in here. Simcoe's 12 to 14% alpha acid, so it'd be great for using as a bittering hop. Very aromatic, as Bumpy said. I was thinking there might be Amarillo in here. It's an 8 to 9% alpha acid. It's very citrusy and flavorful. I mean, the hops in here are just very citrusy. You got very low pine note. That's what I'm saying. You get it's like a Columbus touch in there, where you get that West Coast pininess that's up in your area, beer man. Right. Even some crystal hops in here, maybe. And I'm also thinking there might be some Fuggles in here too, because it's got some really good earth tones in it.
What's crystal hops? What's that?
Let me see if I have it on my list here. I've had this
over here.
hop chart. Nice. I've had for like ever. I got notes all over it. So crystal is a 2 to 4.5% alpha acid. So it's mostly used for flavor and aroma hop. It's mostly used in lager pilsners, ESBs, stuff like that. It's mild and pleasant, spicy and flowery. That's the basic kind of foundation of
so they're using like Budweiser or PBR or something, right?
It could be. It could be. I mean, you have to understand this. Some of these hops out there would be too much for those types of beers. They'd be too much hop flavor for those beers because it would really throw the balance off. So you really got to watch it when you're.
I thought Crystal was a typical one for like lagers. I could be wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's got the noble spice. So
you get the main ones that they use are like Hallertau or there's quite a few of the basic ones that they use that are not an overpowering hop that will totally unbalance the beer completely out. So they really have to watch what they use in it. A lot of them get their taste from their yeasts as well. So this is a great topic. It lets me get back into it again a bit.
I love this. I'm
awesome.
really liking this. Yeah.
This is a 9.3%, so you got to watch it. It hides it really good. The malt profile against the hop profile is, I think it's phenomenal. I don't think it's an 80 IBU on this thing. I think this is more in line with a 70, maybe 65. It might be my palate too, or the malts are covering the bitterness up a bit. So I was drinking it last night. I was really amazed by it, even with cheese.
Yeah.
Amazing little beer that I've never had before. Pretty nice. So yeah.
Awesome.
So they're kind of hiding they're hiding it.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but like the beer I just had is 80 IBU, and it tastes like a 40 to me, like 45 at most IBU.
Well, and it comes to IPAs too. You got to look at the date. This was, I think, best.
Yeah,
it's best to drink by in March. So who knows when it was brewed? It was probably brewed in November, December. Who knows?
This was canned. This was canned in November.
Okay. Well, you get the alpha acids that are in here that are really punchy when you first brew these things, and over time the acid goes down. The bittering really goes down in the IPAs, especially after like 4 to 6 months.
I think it's the hops they use. They're all tropical to me, so I'm used to the piney shit, and it doesn't feel very bitter to me. It says 80 IBUs. If I would have guessed, it tastes like a 40, 45.
This one, let me tell you what I was thinking this was before I got kind of sidelined. I thought this thing had Simcoe for one, Amarillo, Citra. Citra's got a nice lemony tropical taste to it. Mosaic hops are really good. They have a berry, kind of a stone fruit tropical citrus, piney, grassy taste to them. The Citra has melon, mango, peach, apricot, guava. This really has a lot of those main notes, the tropical notes. So if you're looking for a good IPA that will kind of take you to underneath a palm tree somewhere, soaking your feet in the water in the ocean, this is kind of the way to go, man. It's if you like a real hoppy beer and it'll kind of bring some tropical environment around you, that would be. Plus, a 9.3 will probably take you there.
Sounds a lot like the one I have. To be honest with you.
So as far as shelf life goes, it's okay to go a little over the balance a little if you're going to keep it on the shelf a little longer, right? I mean, that's as far as them breaking down.
I would love to see this fresh, from the standpoint of
fresh, right? Yeah,
where the IBUs are hitting you in the face. I think the way that they wanted it to, but I mean, right now it tastes like a normal IPA. A fruity, tropical, just a touch of pine in there. That little cat smell on the bittering side of it.
I think
the aroma.
I miss Odell's. I like Odell's, dude.
Yeah, they're cool. Really good choice.
I think the percentage has to do with the stouts more so than the IPAs. Like,
yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but like
stouts are. Stouts, hops are like an afterthought because more of your flavors are going to be dancing on your roasts and your chocolates and your black stuff. I mean, it's
hops don't age well.
Yeah. Same with your yeast. You want something that'll will hold up to the stout depending on the type of stout you have. But the hops stouts are pretty much roast chocolate forward. I mean, the malt forward beers, so
they do have an acrid bitterness to some of the hops, some of the malts that are used in the stouts as well too. So
that's another thing you have to balance too, is the acrid, the bitterness of that. Yeah. Cool.
Thanks for having me, man.
This is fun. I love it. We're learning, man. Oh yeah, thanks, man. All right, cool.
Out.
We're geeking out.
Hell yeah.
Give me a hops.
Actually got a bunch of hops in the back starting to grow. I can't wait to see how they work this year. Last year they got eaten by bugs.
So let me ask you, is there something that you can put on them that is not bad for a human to keep the bugs from eating them up like that?
There's neem, there's milk spray. You can do all kinds of stuff. There's also chemical based stuff. It's really no different than taking care of a cannabis plant. They actually are the cousins of it. They grow kind of the same way in a way. They have the little pistils and that come up, and then they, of course, go into cones instead of big buds. But what I can do is build boxes. I was thinking about putting big round boxes or square boxes around them and rocking it up a little bit to keep the bugs from coming from the grass.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah, and it's so wet here. So
when you think too, with the lupulin in the glands of the hop cone would deter a lot of insects from eating them, but I guess it's an attractant, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
The lupulin glands, that's what makes your beer bitter. From the hop cone, you would think that bitterness, no matter how mild it would be, it would act as an insecticide. You know,
in a way, it is. I mean, it should. It does not. Oh, it wasn't the truth in this factor, but I mean, they just turned brown. What I had was spider mites this time, and it just engulfed them. It took them all over, and it started eating all the hop cones and everything. The leaves. Once the leaves get eaten, the whole plant dies with it. Those leaves are that chlorophyll. You want that chlorophyll from the sunlight. Just making it. Yeah, really. Ladybugs are great, Ronald. Hell yeah, they do. We tried that, but it just had too many bugs. So yeah, but hopefully in this year we'll do better. I am going to cut a bunch of rhizomes though, and give them out to people that want them here. You know, if you guys want some.
If I had room, I'd take one, but I don't.
yeah, and they're very invasive, so you got to have a place for them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome, man.
So this one I've got. I appreciate you guys. This has been fun. This has been great. Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks, chat. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, panel. I'm actually having a good time here. I think next week we'll do. I'll discuss that though. Yeah, we'll go over that. So this one's got citrus. This is let me go in my notes real quick. This is from Burley Oak Brewing Company out of Berlin, Maryland. It's their Trap Nap. It's a triple IPA or a TIPA. It's a 9.5% ABV with 28 IBUs, as Untapped said. I couldn't get the IBU, so I had to look it up somewhere. 9.5% though. It's featuring Citra, Mosaic, Vic's Secret, Lotus, and Galaxy. 5 freaking hops in this thing.
Wow.
I mean, I almost want to say that's overkill, but I guess if they're mixing them right at the right times of the boil and the right, you know what I mean? Like even in the secondary or whatever they're doing, I guess you can come up with a real nice beer. Hopefully this tastes good. But real quick look on that Citra, just for those that don't know, alphas are 10 to 15% on that range. Also says bittering aroma, citrus, grapefruit, lime, tropical fruits, harsh bitterness. Mosaic, they didn't really have a whole lot of information, but they said Citra would replace that. So berry flavors come out. They say a big berry fruitiness. Vic's Secret, having 14 to 17% alphas as a bittering and aroma hop with tropical fruit, pine, and herbs. Galaxy, 11% to 16% bittering and aroma hop. As Josh was saying, I'm on the same side as he is, I think, and it just says bittering and aroma. It doesn't really go into details. It just gives you statistics. 11 to 16%. They're out of Australia. I didn't even read where the other ones were from. But what do they say? Citrus, peach, and passion fruit for the Galaxy. So a lot of this is really tropical. It's going to be a tropical forward. A little bit of pine, maybe. I don't know. Vic's Secret has a little pine in it. And then what's this one? The Lotus one, which really sounds really great. Orange, vanilla, berry, tropical fruits. So you're getting the tropical fruits, the berry, and that vanilla note really it sounds good. The orange, I love orange. Anything orange is really good in my opinion. I just love orange beers. Alpha acids on that is 13 to 17%. So these are all pretty high alpha acids on these hops they're using. Yeah, let's get into this one. So we got Trap Nap. This is Burley Oak Brewing Company. Oh, I can't even read the date. Let's just open it. Triple IPA. What do they range from 8.5 to like 13 or something? They were kind of. I think it's something like.
The burley oak's good.
Are they awesome? Oh, this looks
They
good.
have like a whole
Dogfish Head will range all the way up to 18.
Yeah. Right. It's like a liquor. Like a spirit. No, this is nice looking though. It's got a nice look to it. Nice finger head on the pour. Oh boy. It's very tropical. I get mango, I get orange. I'm trying to see. Let me just kind of go through this. Tropical fruits, grapefruit, citrus. Oh boy. Pine herbs. It has an herbaceousness to it, kind of that lupulin kind of feel to it in the nose. Citrus peach, definitely. And the galaxy. Very nice. Vanilla. That's weird. Oh, that vanilla really does kind of come through on that berry and that orange tropical. That the lotus is really pulling through on this. This is nice. All right, so we're looking at it. The head retention seems to be okay. It was about a finger head. It's a hazy beer. It's a New England for sure. It looks milky white, kind of potato white, as Bumpy has said in the past. I do like I like the potato white beers. Those are nice. It just looks pithy. It looks all peely and stuff, but very opaque. I got a medium rising bubble. It's a nice yellow straw color. Let's go for the taste. Cheers.
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 Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Same as the aromas. It's very got that orange. It does have a kind of a slight pithiness in there, that undertone, that meaty citrusy peel. Pine comes through in the finish pretty dominantly. It's not super bad. It's just like you can get it, but it's kind of mixed really well with the tropical. That tropical, the mango, and even the orange really comes through in the finish. It's really soft and subtle in the mouthfeel. It's got a nice, rich medium body, almost pushing medium full. It's just real pleasant in the mouth. It's got a lot of things going on. It's like you're eating Starburst or something, candies or something, just like throwing all these. It's not super sweet. It's kind of a dry texture, but it's got like that sweet citrus kind of like a slight tart kind of coming out on the sides of the tongue. It's nice. It's a good beer. God damn. It doesn't feel like a triple at all. I mean, it's a 9.5, but 9.5 is pretty strong in my opinion. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not getting anything like that, but I am getting a herbal spice kind of feel, like that of maybe the hop cones or something like that. That lupulin kind of thing. That herbaceous spiciness comes out and kind of up by the nose, the nasal area. Retronasal kind of just really lets all those things come through the nose. It's really nice. I am getting a lot of stuff here. There's a big conglomeration of hops in this beer, 5 hops, probably more than likely in the aromas, in the flavors, the dry hopping. It is a New England IPA, so I'm sure they're going towards the end there on the additions that they add. But it's got this really nice, well-rounded feel. It really, it just works. It works. And I guess with all these hops being used, I mean, it can work, you know, in my opinion. It's a good beer. I'm very happy with it. And it seems like they're getting a lot of the flavors, though, that I spoke of about these hops. I don't get everyone. I do get that peach comes through. Peach is nice. Yeah, this is a good beer. Really good beer. I'm happy with this. I have a score. I've got ideas, and I'm very happy. I love the show. I want to continue doing it. So let's give our scores, your last notes, and shout yourself out real quick and all that stuff. So go back to Bumpy.
All right. So drinking on the center of attention from Modest Man. So this one is their flagship IPA. And it's probably, I can't say probably. It is the worst beer I've had from them. But it's still not that bad.
Wow, that's
I
something.
have heard stories that when they first opened, they weren't putting out the best beers, and they got like a new brewer or something happened where they all of a sudden magically started making fantastic brews. Yeah, this one being their flagship, I would kind of see like where people, if this is like there's like what they were when they were first opening, yeah, I can definitely see where people would be kind of disappointed, because what happens is with this beer, for me at least, up front when I was able to first start drinking it, trying to pick out the notes, talk about the notes I was getting from the hops and everything, and I started mentioning, yeah, there's the wheat oat type flavor, and then I started mentioning, yeah, it kind of blends in with that kind of piney bitterness at the end, with the kind of makes it taste kind of grassy. Well, as I let this sit and I continued to drink on it, a lot of those first flavor notes, like the passion fruit, the bit of citrus hint at the beginning, the floralness going into the pininess, most of that is gone now, and I'm kind of left with every sip just kind of tasting like wheat, oat, grass. So it's kind of like, I was kind of like, where am I going to land this up here? I think that for me, this one is going to be just an 89 out of 100.
Still passing.
Is it thin on the end too? I mean,
it had like a medium body to it.
Okay.
It looks good. It looks a lemon meringue, like, or lemon like pie or something, like a lemon. It just looked good.
Yeah, I mean, passion fruit,
good color
overall as a flavor, is not a very big flavor. So I think when you can pick up on passion fruit, there's a good chance,
Yeah, it's like using like watermelon.
Yeah, some of the other flavors are probably not going to be that.
Yeah.
What does passion fruit taste like? What's that? Is that kind of a?
It's a light melony type.
Yeah, it's like a sweet, like melon berry. Like, I mean, it's kind of in that range.
It's got more flavor than dragon fruit.
Yeah,
but it's still not. It's not like a really big dominant flavor. It's not like eating. I don't know what would be another thing. It's not like eating pomegranate seeds or something where that's like bursting more with juicy flavors. It's like a dull down kind of version of that, I would say. But yeah, so 89 out of 100. Not too shabby, I guess, for the number of beers I've been picking up from Modest Man. This one being the worst beer I've had from them. It's still scoring kind of higher than a lot of Sam Adams
just
beers.
Under an A, man. That was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
nice.
Shout outs Sunday night. Got the After Dark beers. That is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Bring a dark beer.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I'm not going to keep going into the breakdown of it each and every time because I think it's long-winded and whatnot. But dark beer based off of the malt profile, not based off of adjuncts and food coloring added to the beer. So basically, if you can bring a porter, a stout, a black IPA, black
color's got a matte pumpy shirt.
Yeah,
right. No fruited sour.
Coloring into a lager and come in.
Not a fruited sour, please.
No hams with black coloring.
Multi Monday on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Still waiting for the polls to finish up. We got another hour and 5 minutes for that to finish, and I'll tally that up. Not really. I don't have to tally it. I just look at it. It's already there for me. But anyways, find out what beer is going to be for the next Multi Monday later on tonight.
Awesome.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Beer Man. This was definitely an interesting.
Yeah. Wait till I announce the next week's one.
It's a little bit different than like the way I do like when I do my beer, like anytime I drink a beer, do a video, whatnot. I know as little about the beer as possible. Sometimes I read the can because it's fun to find if there's a story, or as I found out on some beers, there's instructions on the beer
Roll the
because you can't
can.
just open it up and
Yeah,
pour it.
roll the
Now you have to
can.
now you have to toss it up in the air 3 times, put it
No,
underneath
that's beer
the butt.
man. Before he opens
Yeah,
a
do
case
it behind
of
the
beer.
back. Do it behind the back.
Just make
Toss
sure your
it to your
cheese
friend.
doesn't fall off the fucking table.
Yeah. Most of the time I go in it blind. Besides it, unless the hops are listed, most of the time I don't know what is in the beer at all. So actually looking it up to find out stuff ahead of time, it's a little bit different for me. It's interesting because I don't like to get I don't like to have that perceived notion of what a beer should be before trying it myself, because then you start thinking too much about I'm not getting this, it should be there, and it gets confusing. Or you think you're tasting it and you might not actually taste it.
Right. No, this is okay. No, what's cool about this is it's recorded, so we can, anyone can go back and you don't have to look it up. You can be like, hey, that beer had this and this and those hops and this and that. It's kind of cool to be able to have this reference as a reference. So, oh yeah, cool, man. Good score, good stuff. Yeah, go to that Sunday thing, man. What is it called again? What are you calling it?
After dark beers.
After dark beers. Okay, yeah. Good stuff.
Just go there for his intro, if anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
His intro rocks.
And bring alcohol. Don't bring.
Curvaceous.
Bring
right.
condoms and lots of dollar bills.
Yeah.
Folded lengthwise.
I always do. Nobody,
Don't bring quarters.
I don't know where I'm going with this, dude. Sorry. Oh my god.
I'm mixed.
There we go. There we go. All right. Now we're good.
All right. What do I gotta do? I got my score.
Give me your score.
Give her your score or last thoughts on the beer or the hops or whatever.
Okay. All right. So, like I said before, it was Citra, El Dorado, Azaka, and the last one was Mandolina, they're all citrus and tropical hops. For being 8.5%, you cannot taste the alcohol at all. And it's exactly how they advertise it. And it just tastes like mango. You get a little bit of honey from the honey. They use a Canadian honey malt extract, or maybe just malt. So you get a little bit of honey in there too. It's a beautiful beer. So out of 100, probably give it a 96.
Nice.
I don't really know how.
Yeah.
I mean, it could get better, but if I really had to sit here and explain how it could get better, I don't really know. But I'm not a big fan of mango, but it's doing exactly what it wants to do. So I'm gonna give it a 96 out of 100.
That's great. It's a good score.
It's
Excellent score.
Yeah. Miscellaneous is going, yes.
It's definitely at least a 96 out of 100. It's a beautiful beer. It's the mouthfeel is heavy, pretty heavy mouthfeel, which I kind of like. And
Nice.
It doesn't have much head retention, but it's a really good beer. 8.5%, no alcohol detection whatsoever, unless you don't drink beer a lot. It's a great beer.
Excelente.
Kyle, you need to get back into your craft beer reviews, man.
You sure do.
Yeah, for sure.
I will.
You're good at it, man.
Yeah,
Now
man.
that it's Kyle approved, I might actually pick it up. Because he was
all mango.
He was right about that
You don't
best
get-
brown from Bell's.
Well, he's sitting there with his Keystone. He likes to sing a lot with that beer. I think these types of beers, his brain starts really going. And
Well, I mean, I started doing beer reviews fucking a decade.
Oh, I know.
ago. I got sick of saying the same shit over and over. But
well,
no, they're coming out.
you
They're
just
coming out with some
listen to
new. This is new to me.
listen
this
to Beer
didn't
Man.
exist-
He'll
didn't exist.
give you some new adjectives.
Oh, yeah, this kind of beer did not exist 10 years ago. There were no fucking mango hops 10 years ago. They might have been, but I never found them.
You know,
Right ahead.
nice.
Anyway, cheers. Thanks for having me on, beer man. I appreciate it. Man.
No problem, dude. Thanks for
Kyle,
being here. Please come back. Yeah, I want you back. Come back again. I got a nice thing to announce for next week too, so I'm looking forward to announcing that.
He's
Cool. All right, Josh, it's all you.
Alrighty. So, like I said earlier, I have Stay Hydrate Cubed. It's triple dry hopped, single IPA, 6%. With Citra, Galaxy, Matuka, and Wakatu. I'm guessing that's how I say it, right? Right? Is that how you say it? Wakatu or?
Yeah, Wakatu.
Yeah.
Walk a 2, walk a 3.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Wakatu. I've heard it pronounced.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a. I don't know, but yeah.
Name a beer after that. Walk a 2, walk a
Right.
3.
This beer is good. I mean, it hits all the characteristics of each different hop and stuff like that. You get those obviously all those tropical notes, and you get the pininess. Like I said, I don't really get like they had notes of honey. I don't really get honey. I mean, I get a little sweetness, but I think that's more coming from the orange and all those tropical kind of flavors coming together in this. But like I was surprised. Like I said, I thought I was going to be sweet on the front end and then kind of bitter on the back end, but it flip flopped, which kind of threw me off. But it's a good flip flop, Mouthfeel is great on it. It's a medium body mouthfeel for being a 6% IPA. But yeah, I mean, all the flavors mesh well together. I mean, most of these are pretty standard hops in most, New England style type IPAs. But score wise, I'd probably get it a 94. It's good.
Oh,
That's excellent.
It's a pretty crushable beer. I mean, at 6%, you're obviously not going to, taste much alcohol on it, but between the mouthfeel and all the flavors and aromas and stuff like that, they kind of mesh well all together. And yeah, they did a good job on this one. Unfortunately, I feel like all the beers that I have, I can never find IBUs. They always, whether it's on Untapped or Beer Advocate, they never list the IBUs. A
lot of people don't like to list them. I don't know why.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, even on like their page too. It's just all about the ABVs and what hops they use. They never put the IBUs on there or anything like that. And so, I mean, I
probably don't even know what an IBU is.
Right. Well,
Probably
they claim to have a whole 0 IBU series, which I think I've talked about that before. Which, in my opinion, I don't know how you can have 0 IBUs in something, but yeah, I mean they do a good job. But I will say some of these, when you drink a lot of these hazy IPAs, it kind of really burns out your palate because it's almost like, you get a beer one week and it has this, these different kinds of hops in it like that. And they put a different beer out and it kind of tastes the same as the one that they put out, last week or something. And so I don't know if it's like that's the way of like, your taste buds are already used to those kind of flavors and it kind of like burns your palate out. So it's kind of like sometimes I gotta have to step back and kind of, drink Pilsners or lagers or something like that. Cause to kind of like refresh your palate because like I said, a lot of these craft brews, I mean, they do use most of the same kind of hops and stuff like that. I mean, some will use, hops that like Brew One is one that I've seen. I didn't see on the hop list. Brew One, Citra Cryo, I guess that's just like I don't know if that's like a spin-off of Citra or something like that, but
probably.
I was trying to see if it was on the hop varieties page, but I think Enigma is one I've had in some of the beers, but I think they're mostly all like some of those are mostly floral. I think Brew One and Enigma is more like floral, kind of get like a little not spiciness, but like a woodsy type, aroma and taste on it. But yeah, this one's good. I mean, like I said, it's 6% triple dry hopped, 4 different hops, throw it all together. Nice mouthfeel, great lacing. All the flavors kind of mesh well together. But Yeah, it's nice to kind of switch it up, like I was saying, because like you do get kind of burnt out on some of these New England style IPAs. It's nice to kind of go West Coast and then kind of come back to the New England because most of them are sweet. You know, they got that sweetness to them with a little bit of pine and hoppiness. But yeah, this is a good one. Stay Hydrate Cubed. So sorry for rambling on there, but
Oh, you're fine.
Good song.
You're
so cheers, here, man. Thanks for having me. Plug wise, I don't really have any. Like I said, Philly Crooker 87 is my, I guess, my plug. But maybe this year I'll make my own little. So we'll see what comes about.
Yeah, Ronald.
That would be awesome if you did.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Do that.
I'm trying to brainstorm some ideas and trying to think outside the box. And
it's hard to do because there's so many people have so many subjects now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so maybe
it's hard.
The bowl might be a weird glassware or something. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
I just recently connected to your Instagram account.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You saw it following me. That's why I got a lot of crazy stuff on there. So
cool. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Man.
Like I said before, man, your Instagram, you could take some of those cans with you holding it and frame those things and put them on a wall, man. It's
Thanks,
some
man.
good stuff.
And I mean, most of them, I'm just kind of playing around with the filters and, adjusting the brightness and all that kind of stuff. And, the power of third or whatever they call it, where you kind of get that angle on some of the glasses, bring out this part of the beer, the glass. So,
really nice.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, man, that's great. Yeah, thank you.
Kyle's like, shut up, you gay old. All right, so I reviewed this beer last night. It's going to go up a couple notches because I was eating cheese with it, and now I'm just concentrating on the beer. So it's a Mercenary from Odell, double IPA, 80 IBUs, 9.3%. This is going to go up from an 89 when I was having some real tart lemon cheese with it, where this wasn't really flowing through from a hop profile standpoint, and the malts, it wasn't like doing its thing. I'm going from an 89 to a 91 on it, so it makes an A grade for me. It's not the best double IPA I've had, but I would recommend getting it. Very nice. I mean, you can't beat it. But yeah. Anyway, shout outs Sunday. If y'all know Chadio, him and I are going to do a live brew day here at my house. He's like 10 miles away from me, and he's going to bring some homebrew over. He'll be tasting some of the stuff out of here in the Keezer, and we're going to have a good time. And I'll have to keep my wits because I'm driving him from and to.
Yeah, I get caught.
So it'll be fun. So it'll be Sunday. It'll probably be sometime around 3 Eastern, somewhere about, because I got all my rescue work to do in the morning. So
12 my time. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, cool. This thank you. This beer is a pretty good beer. It's a little flat, but not so much as to. It might even be that I didn't brush my teeth or I've got other funky flavors in my mouth. And I was drinking a very piney beer. This Dankful IPA by Sierra Nevada. It's piney as all hell, but it's not bad. But a pretty good beer. I'll give it a 92. I think it's definitely an A range beer. Only because that pithy was real nice. I really like pithy, and I like the herbaceous lupulin kind of feel too. That spicy hop likeness. The tropical was nice. A great label too. They did a really good job selling the can. Seemed like I want to try some more of their stuff. 92 though, yeah, definitely. He'll hit the alcohol very well. I'm gonna feel it, I'm sure, after I'm done with it. As far as my stuff, Beer and Cheese Tuesday, next week, open table, bring it. Whatever you want. I don't care what beer, what cheese. Just bring it to the table. And if you want the link on the outside here in the chat, we can always arrange. I can arrange that with you. Instagram. Just go to my about page. You can email me there. There's my email. For Wednesday next week, I'm going to announce this. Yes, I'm thinking fruity.
Right up Kyle's alley.
I'm thinking
dude. I'm trying to keep my dick down as it is.
Yeah. It's up to you. I know you guys
Not stone fruit.
but I got what I'm thinking is bring the fruit and the beer, and go over, like, figure out what fruits are in that beer, what hop flavors you're getting out of that. I guess we won't know. Read about the beer, read about what's in it, do your research, and maybe go buy an orange and a peach and this or that, and bring it with you and kind of like cut it up and eat it and kind of see if there's similarities in the fruitiness. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of
That's cool.
I don't know, just more of a sensory thing again. Eventually I'll get to malts, like malty beers, or we'll learn the malts. We'll learn, basically this whole thing's just turning into education, and that's the best thing about it. So it might cost a little money to buy the fruits, but if you can,
the beer is free.
Yeah,
the beer is all. The beer is not free. Yeah. But no, if I figured that would be kind of cool. Maybe we'll do New England IPAs and then bring the fruits that are associated
great
with it. So
now you're making us do like healthy stuff on
New England IPA. I've never heard of it.
Beer Man channel.
NEPA, bring a NEPA, bring a double NEPA, bring a triple NEPA. I don't care. Just bring a New England style hazy IPA.
Freaking Kyle's gonna bring like the Chiquita banana freaking.
Do I have any of those in the fridge? I don't think I have.
Eventually,
bring it all. Bring it all, boys.
You could bring. No, we'll go NEPA. I was gonna say we could do smoothie sours, but yeah, just bring a NEPA. I think anyone can find a NEPA, right? You guys,
No, they're popular as hell.
I'll have to ask my bottle shop.
That was kind of a dumb question.
Yeah.
All right.
So I hope to see CBP here next week.
Yeah.
He won't be here.
Had some jalapeno cheese, and I thought jalapeno cheese sounds good.
Spicy.
Love you, I mean it.
All right, Kyle, you have a good night.
He's going to bed.
All right.
Pick them out.
Well, we probably got to get, because Ronald Theriot's show starts here soon, so I want to end this. But you guys, thank you so much, and thank you, chat. Thank you, anyone on Twitter, Facebook, everyone. Thank you. This has been fun. I couldn't have done this without you guys here, so or you guys over there in the chat. So, right on, cool. And who else is there that is contributing to this? My dog.
It's like 9.3 goes good on a freaking empty stomach.
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
Good night.
All right.
Not really.
Let's go ahead and end this. All right, guys. Cheers. I'm out.